So, good morning and good afternoon, everyone. In this section, we will see how maintenance overview is available when the person logs in as an admin, that is, society admin. So, how it is defined is initially the maintenance is configured with some of the items and under which heads whether the discount is applicable or not, the penalty percentage, and the arrears whether it is available. The penalty on the arrears should be calculated after the due date or first day of the month. Penalty is either percentage per annum or flat amount per day or customs. The discounts which is given to the owners if they pay half yearly or quarterly. Default payment option. So by default the maintenance to all the owners are quarterly, but owners can go and change the option of the payout. So if somebody wants to pay every month, he can always go and change the option, and somebody wants to pay quarterly, even that is available. But by default it is, say, quarterly or monthly, whatever society decides. Once we say freeze the payment option, that means owner don't have the option to change the maintenance of the flat. This is being an admin can do the changes. So if I go here and try to save it, right, as an admin I have the option, but as a owner that option will not be available to the owners. It will be freezed. The maintenance calculation. So before we go that way, the last two options, this is more of the invoicing part which appears in the invoices, the notes of the invoices. So here we normally provide the details like bank details and other important details. Once the standard maintenance is defined, the multiple maintenance options can be defined under multiple heads. So that's how we define all the maintenance and assign it to the owners. If you see the owner, they have an option which against which maintenance they have been tagged to. So based on the society, the owner can always click on this monthly maintenance and it takes them to the specific page of how the maintenance is being calculated against their flat along with the penalty. Now, flat assignments. So anybody who wants to know which all square foot the flat has been assigned, so this can be changed here itself if you want to assign somebody some other block or something. So we can assign or deassign here. Now, coming to the next stage, what will be, how we are going to have the maintenance creation. So let's consider that we have to create a new, so maintenance can be generated only for the current financial year, or you can say the financial year which is open. So if I go to payment section first, I can see 1st April to 31st March we have almost all the invoices created for this specific flat. So let's consider there are other flats. How we are going to have it? From 1st April to 31st March, I have to create the invoices of all the flats. I can forecast against any of the block or flat also. Let's consider we create for E1 and I want to generate for all of them, all those which have yearly payment. So once I do that, you can see those are appearing in the bottom. Once I forecast, we just select that. By default, the invoice date comes. You want to select against the specific block. Yes. And then you can generate them. So those two are appearing as a generate maintenance. Now, initially once it is generated, I have to generate the invoices for them. If you see those two invoices which are coming below, they don't have the PDF icon, whereas the others, if you click on them, you can always see the invoice for them. So if I open the invoice, it appears like this, right? With the notes which we have mentioned and the discount rates. So if I have to generate the invoice for them, I can always say just click and I can say generate bill. Once I generate the bill along with their area, right, you have the option to send them the bill. That means let's consider this particular guy, or you want to send to everyone, you can just say send bill. Or you can also delete the invoice if the icon appears with a green option, then you can always delete them. Once the invoice is generated, you can go to the payment part and you can see that those invoices are appearing here. Considering the date, the paid amount, it keeps on changing. So if this person for today, it is 67 237, so I just say 67 237, right? Because this is the penalty which is being calculated as of today. If this person says no, I just want to pay 20,000, this penalty will be calculated for rest of the year, right? And now I say that the person wants to pay online. So being a administrator, this will not be appearing, but if you see the change, it will directly take you to the other page which is secured, and the person just provide the details. Once the person makes the payment, on the top you can see the total amount you are going to pay along with the charges. So if I put it here, the charges are like this. If I put it like here, the charges are like this, and I just say cancel. Once I am back, right, and if I would have paid through the net, it would have created a receipt immediately and the entry would have gone down. So it provides me the transaction reference number with an SMS and email, right? The other option is the person pays and he saved the amount, say 1000 here. I'm saying the reference number, so he paid by check 1231 and some remarks like HDFC Bank on 12th April 19. If the person would have paid, and he can save that, so I can just say save, right? Once the admin sees this, he verify with the bank statement, he will approve and the receipt will be generated. You can even send the reminder, the SMS reminder to these guys, and they will get an SMS. You can even generate the receipt. So once as an admin, if I say okay, I will just say generate receipts. So once it is verified in the bank, see the receipt is generated, the person can always see his receipt whenever he comes in the payment section. Even the administrator can download the Excel option. Now, when I have actually created a payment, so this is the receipt generated. Now, the owner, he want to pay more. you can just click on the payment icon and see that list has again appeared. But this time the penalty will not be there because the penalty has already been considered for the first time payment. If I just say now online payment, yes, amount should be greater than 0. So if I just say 1 rupee, so it will go here, right? That's how it works in this one. So if you want to delete any of the receipts or invoices as an administrator, if you see this, you cannot delete this invoice where he has made a payment. But yes, if I have to regenerate the particular invoice, I can always delete it from here. So I just say delete and I just say OK. The other option is if I want to delete against multiple invoices, it will be coming like this way, where I can go and delete. Once I say both of them, you can just delete the bill. So it has gone away. And then if you see here, E101, it is not deleted. Why it is not deleted? Because if there are some items where the details are saved, then it will not be deleted. Since it is there, it is not deleted. That's the overview of the entire maintenance. On top of that, there is a automatic ledger entry once you generate a maintenance. So if I am looking for a sundry data for the maintenance of E30, say 1, right? If I go there, I can see all the maintenance charges along with the penalty and the payment which was done by the person. He can even download his ledger as an admin. The person can download the ledger of any of the members, and at the same time this is reflected in the balance sheet and the payment is being reflected. So this is the balance sheet of the person of this society. The bank register, once the person made a payment, it will appear in the ledger. So there is an automatic and interlink between maintenance and accounting. We will get into the details of the accounting later. So thanks everyone. Thanks for joining.